Hello friends, today you are going to be doing a roll a story activity. Now you will have a lot of different types of stories that you can choose from. I have chosen roll a camping story. So this is a really fun way to practice writing a paragraph because you kind of get to roll the dice for your ideas of a fun story to write. So you have three rolls that you're going to do. You're going to roll your dice 3 times. And whatever number you get, that is what you're going to choose. So you'll see on roll number 1, I'm rolling to see who my camper or my character is going to be. Roll number 2 will be my setting, and then roll number 3 will be my problem. Now, I already rolled the dice once, and I got a 3, so my character is going to be a naughty bear. On roll 2, I rolled a 5, so the setting where the story takes place will be under the stars. And then when I rolled the third time, I got a 2. So he lost his compass, and we know a compass can tell you which way to go. It can tell you you should go north, south, east, or west, so that if you're ever lost, you can kind of work with your compass and find your way back. So I have my planning page already started. I have my name at the top, the date. I haven't put my title in yet because I kind of want to think about that and put it in last. So I have my character, Naughty Bear, named Chris. So I gave a little more detail there about my character. I gave him a name. Setting is under the stars at Chain O Lakes because we know that is my favorite campground. We have this at Chain O Lakes Campground. Then my problem was that Chris lost his compass. So I'm going to probably write one sentence here, maybe telling my reader about how Chris lost his compass. So I'm going to say, while stargazing in a field, Chris saw some campers walk by. He decided to hide behind a tree and jump out to scare them. Okay, so I've got maybe a few more than a sentence. Yours might be one sentence or a couple sentences like mine. The last thing I'm going to say for my problem is before he jumped out, he noticed he did not have his compass. I'm going to have to squeeze it in. Okay, so stargazing in a field, Chris saw some campers walk by, because remember, he's a naughty bear, so that means he's going to do things that maybe are not so nice. So he decided to hide behind a tree and jump out to scare them. Before he jumped out, he noticed he didn't have his compass. So then what's the solution going to be? I'm going to say he did not know the way back to his den. He searched for his compass and finally found it. Okay, so now I'm going to say he decided not to scare people anymore. So I kind of have, I tied up the loose ends. So he did find his compass, he looked and looked, he found it, but he also decided maybe it's not such a good idea to try and hide and scare people. Maybe that's not very nice. Because in the end, he was kind of the one who, had a problem because of it. So there's my planning page. Yours does not have to be as long. You just kind of need to give some quick details to lay out your story. So here is my final draft. I have my name at the top, the date. I titled my story, Chris and the Compass. I did not yet draw a picture. Mrs. Eckert's not the best artist in the world, but I do want you guys to draw a picture right here. So I came up with, one night a naughty bear named Chris decided to stargaze in a field at Chain of Lakes campground. So notice my first sentence was introducing my character and my setting. So I have that finished. I combined those two things into one sentence to start me off. While he stargazed, he saw some other campers walk by. He decided to hide behind a tree and jump out to scare them. Then I wrote my title again up here, Chris in the Compass, so I kind of restated what the title was. Before he jumped out, he noticed his compass was missing. He didn't know the way back to his den. He searched for his compass and finally found it. Chris decided not to scare people anymore. So I included every part of my story. After I wrote my setting and my character, I then wrote my problem and my solution, mostly copying what I had here. If you didn't write quite as much, then you might have to add a couple more details in your final draft. But now I have my final draft paragraph. Now I want you guys, if you are done, when you get done, I want you to make sure you reread your paragraph, check for any mistakes, make sure you use a capital letter and a period at the beginning of each sentence and at the end of each sentence, and to make sure that you spelled all the words to the best of your ability. When you're done and completely finished, you're going to go ahead and turn this in.